Welcome back to another burn video. Today we are, doing it on burn, but before I get into it, like, comment, subscribe, and I just want to tell you what I'm doing today. I did play burn and, I just kind of wanted to run back another league with it, but really, this is the deck I'd be playing in a tournament today. I do think this deck's pretty well positioned, although Leyline of Sanctity is kind of going around these days, so the main differences from this and the list I did before are after playing with the league, I really didn't like, what is it, Sanctum Fire, so I decided to go with Rest in Peace instead. I think this card's a little bit better positioned these days, and I'm not a huge fan of Sanctum Fire. And then, of course, you have two Wear and Tears. Still think this card's pretty decent. We can bring it in against Urza Saga decks if we really want to, although I still don't think I would. I really just need this to be a destroy target Leyline. Now, more than likely, we're probably not going to bring it in game 2 against Leyline decks because, we're not 100% sure they're going to have it, and it is a dead card. Maybe it's worth it, I'm not 100% sure, but main differences. So that's really what we're doing here. Deck looks pretty much identical to the last league, but I really just wanted to see how I run with this list, and I really do like burn right now. I think it's really well positioned, and yeah, I'll see you all in the first game. Like, comment, subscribe, I'll see y'all. Alrighty, we're getting into the first match, and our hand looks... I mean, we have no recurring source of damage, and it's all burn spells. It's awkward, because if one of these was a draw land, I think I would keep it in a heartbeat. But it's definitely a little bit awkward, right? None of these deal 4. Ugh, I kind of feel like this is a mulligan. But I'm not sure. I'm going to keep it. I feel like this hand's pretty close, though. Very close hand. Kind of curious what you all think in the comments. If you guys think this is or if you all think this is a keep or not. I feel like I don't know. I'm kind of convinced that it's not a keep. But our opponent's fetch shocking, which feels good. Ooh. Serum Visions. Alright. Feeling pretty decent about this. Like, nothing too bad could happen from this, right? We might just fetch a basic mountain here. Might just. I'm not sure, though. Let's see what we draw. Skullcrack? Not bad. I won't. I'll just suspend here. Just suspending. Next turn, we'll go double Lava Spike, and then we'll hold up Bolt Skullcrack. Alright. Are we up against Control? That is the question. We know where the place is, its face. Ooh, Boros Charm? I think I'm still just going to go double Lava Spike here. I'm convinced that this is fine. F6. Say go. Say go. I'm kind of curious, maybe, what if we Boros Charmed? How much damage would they be at? So we dealt 6 this turn. Ooh. What are they on? Is this Jeskai? Or I always say it bad. I know, people always say it. I'm dyslexic, so that's my excuse. Jeskai, however the heck you say it. However, I don't know what the heck it is, but essentially, I think that might be what they're on. We'll see. If that is the case, then we know what's good in our sideboard here, or what's good post board. Eidolon, super good. Typically this deck does run Blossoming Calm in the sideboard, so we might want to bring in the Roiling Vortexes. I'm not sure. Not sure. Alright, they should be dead here. Arclight Phoenix hits the bin. Yeah, we have more than enough here. I don't think we want Roiling. I think we're just going to keep these Skullcracks in. Maybe bring in... The Rest in Pieces are pretty good against this deck. Although, it would be nice if they were... I guess it's actually not that bad that they're not Sanctum Fires. But that's typically what people run these days. Just Boros Charm them. I don't really feel like clicking more than I have to. So... out of pure laziness, we Boros Charm here. Alright, so Rest in Peace, I think, is an in for this match. I think we're going to take out the Helixes here for it. It could also be Searing Blaze. I could totally see that being reasonable. Yeah, I think this is what we're gonna do. Yeah, this looks pretty good to me. We could bring in Deflecting Palm. It only deals 3. I think that's really only for Hammer and Jun Shadow, or Jun Midrange, and any Shadow variants. I think that's what it's for. So I think the rest of this is fine. Just think, yeah, subbing out 2 Helixes for 2 Rest in Peace. I think that's a pretty clean sideboard plan. We found a Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace is very good against them. So I think I'm going to keep this on the strength of that. This might be a bad keep again, but if this wasn't a cycle land, I think it would have been like Snap Mulligan here. But considering this is a cycler, I think it's fine. Suspend. No 1 mana plays, sadly. Sadly. Consider your options. Demilich. Uh-oh. No land. Ooh. Well, our hand is a lot less impressive when they're missing land drops, I would say. Saying they're missing land drops, they might be on multiple copies of Manamorphose, so I'm actually just going to take this opportunity to get my Rest in Peace down now. If they want to deal with it, they're going to have to deal with it somehow. We get this Demilich out of here. We don't have to care about that later on. So I think this is better. I think the greedy play would just go Swiftspear Spike, but again, we are greedy. So yeah, let's go Goblin Guide, Swiftspear, Spike you, say go. They're probably going to kill the Swiftspear here, but we'll take it. We'll take our pain here. Or they're just... Oh, they're fetch shocking here. Interesting. What is this? A Blossoming Calm? Ugh. That is something we were afraid of. We did discuss that in the beginning of the league. Or not in the beginning of the league, but in the beginning of the sideboarding options here. It's really awkward, but... I mean, they fetch shock to do that, so it's really only a gain 4, which I mean is still very, very good. Let's not be beating around the bush for it, but I mean it's not that bad. It's not that bad. What are they doing here? Floating a blue. Thought Scour beforehand. Wow, they're getting rid of the Arclight. How are they like expecting to win this game? That's what I'm kind of curious about. Is it just 4-3 beater time? Could just be 4-3 beats time. But it's 2 on bottom. Okay, it's good for us. A bolt. All right. Not swinging with Goblin Guide. Steam Vents. Sure. I mean, you could say that we expected a removal spell, but to not swing feels so incorrect. All right. All right. Well, let's buy Luris, I guess. Can't actually cast it, but we'll see where this goes. The Rest in Peace is really helping us out here, which is good to think about. Like, and like what people normally do is they play Sanctum Fire, and like Sanctum Fire here would still have been okay, but like look, their bin still, I mean, this is essentially what their bin would be, and they would still have Demilich and a bunch of blue spells, Faithful Mending. I just don't think that the card that I'm blanking on now is very good in this meta. Sanctum Fire. I think Rest in Peace is where you want to be. All right, we'll give it a draw step here. We'll make sure that we're gonna. I guess it's only a 4-3. Don't really care. Not like, yeah. I'm like whatever. It's just a 4-3. It's not that great. It's not getting anything back, so I think this is okay. They play another one that could be scary. Could be scary. I'm concerned. Eidolon was a good one. Considering we drew Eidolon, I kind of just want to kill the Lich. We'll cast this Eidolon. I think this is fine. I'm just concerned they have Blossoming Calm, and I don't really want to deal with that. Alright, so I mean we're gonna have our Lurrus next turn. Which honestly, Lurrus, I remember I was very like unsure if Lurrus was very good. The card's insane in the burn deck. I don't know why you wouldn't play this card. It's the nuts. Like it's good in almost every deck that it's in, but in burn it feels like absurdly insane. Like it feels better than anything else you could be doing. Is this an ending? All right, they're finally dealing. Oh nope, thought it was an ending. I was like, they're finally dealing with our threat. Rest in peace. But all right, they're fetching for an island. Is this a phoenix? Yeah, that it is. So do we just bolt it? I guess we should. Let's just bolt it. Just bolt it. Searing Blaze, not a bad draw. It's good for the future. It's not great now, but again, later on it'll be a very excellent card. Faithful Mending. Alright, they're down a card. Good. Great. Count me in. God, like, I mean, this Rest in Peace, that's all I gotta say. Wow. I mean, this game, I don't think would have been particularly close if we didn't have it. Again, our deck, you know, whatever. We didn't keep the best hand in the world. Blah blah blah. Like these are things that are very much like reasonable arguments, but yeah. Wow. And Lurrus, like this card's. If you're not playing this in your burn deck, I don't really know. Like you'd have to convince me pretty hard to not want this. Blue, what? Blue, red. Is this a prismatic ending on our Lurrus? Yikes. Wow. Alright, well, we got Searing Blazes. We've got Searing Blazes. A land drop would be nice, but, you know, not needed. Would be nice. Alright. And they're dead. Look at that. Easy as that. Unless they have like a Flusterstorm, but yep. Alright, that was like the easiest game I've ever played, so I'll see you all in match number 2. Okie dokie, back here. Ooh, our opponent wished us good luck, have fun. You too, opponent. Yeah. Alright, so let's look at this hand. Oof. Oof. I don't think I even need to explain this hand. This hand is hot fire. Hot fire. Oh my god. Whew. We are here to do something, and it's burn. Burn, baby, burn. Fire, ice. Ooh, okay. Is this Footfalls? This might be Footfalls. Fire, ice. Well, I think we're just slamming in with the Goblin Guide again. Not particularly sold that there's a reason to not do that. Like, they get to fire it, but they have to fetch, shock, fetch to do it. Which I don't know is good. I wouldn't say that's good. Forest. Island. Okay. What are they? Are they tapping the Goblin Guide or are they tapping my land? Okay. Land's not bad. Well, a land drop's also not bad. So, yep, we're swinging. Cryptic Command. Okay. Let's go with Rift Bolt. It's the worst one. I don't think this could be a Teferi deck, so maybe that was a mistake. Okay, it was not a Teferi deck. They are dead if they just go Cascader Go. So I guess what we're gonna do here, are we concerned that, I mean, okay. So we know 2 of their cards in hand. I don't think we're terribly concerned that they have force negation. Never mind. We see 2 forces here. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, we see 2 forces. I mean, we're not playing around or anything. We're going face with everything here. So face. All right. Face. Face. And fetch. Face. All right, sweet, cool. That works. All right, we can just go face with burn spells. All right, what do we want here? Probably the Roiling Vortexes. Deflecting Palm, no. Skull Cracks? I don't think Skull Cracks are actually that great, but Lightning Helix are pretty shitty, but they're also fine for racing, because this is something where we're gonna have to race. I'm kind of fine taking out a Rift Bolt, though. Or maybe a Skewer is worse than a Rift Bolt, but we'll just trim there. I don't think this is a path matchup. Ooh, it could have been a Searing Blaze out type of matchup. I didn't even think about Searing Blaze, but that's something we should have thought about with Searing Blaze. But this hand's really good. Again, we're fine keeping this. We are keeping this one. If they have a ley line, ooh, that's something we should have thought about. We should have taken out the Searing Blazes for Wear Tears. I think the Cascade decks typically run ley line in the sideboard, so that's something I need to keep very cognizant. Something we gotta be super cognizant of. All right, second Eidolon's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Goblin Guide, Mystical Dispute. That's not great. Mystical Dispute in the deck. Get in here, Dispute. Get in there. All right, let's go to combat. Attack. Island off the Goblin Guide. What a luck sack. Just kidding. What a luck sack. No. All right. Let's slam another Eidolons. There you go. If they have a Fury, they have a Fury. I mean, we're not playing around Fury, so that is something I am not going to play around. Let's see, do they have a Cascader? They're going to take 4 to do it. So they're taking 4 here. When does this other Cascade come off the stack? Soon enough. Soon enough, I should say. Okay. Bolt was pretty good. Bolt is very good. Do we just suspend Rift Bolt here? We can block with... Alright. That's fine. Now I might want to Bolt. So their last card is a mystery card. No, it's a Mystical Dispute. Last card is Mystical Dispute. So, alright, let's say we suspend Rift Bolt here. Say go. We can block Goblin Guide to, or we could block Eidolon to Shardless, go down to 9, attack down to, well, okay. I think we need to suspend Rift Bolt here, right? And then we block. This is going to be awkward. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I can do math. We can do math once they attack. We'll see what they do. Oh, I didn't take into account for the footfalls that they're going to have to cast. Okay, so this should be easier math. So let's see. I'm assuming they attack with everything. Oh, they're not attacking with one of the rhinos. Well, in that case, I think we just block like this. Go to 13. Yeah. Yeah, they're dead here, right? So they go to 13, or we go to 13. Cascade, or not Cascade. Suspend Rift Bolt. Trigger resolves. We go face. They can dispute this if they want. Doesn't seem particularly strong, but we will do this. So we Rift Bolt, and then if they don't counter, which, I mean, I don't think they can. So we will just go Bolt face. They have to counter this one, I think. I mean, they don't actually have to counter it, but they should counter it, I think. So they'll dispute this. If they don't, they're dead. All right. We played this, so now we can play Eidolon, and now they have no outs at this point. They can counter this, but then they have to cast their exiled or their suspended footfall, and that means they're dead. If they mystical dispute it, they go to 1, and then they have to cast their footfalls, so it doesn't matter either way. And that's an easy, quick 2-0. So I will see you all in the, well, we'll wait for them to do this. Unless I'm pretty sure this is mandatory. I'm like 99% sure it's mandatory. Yeah. Right? I'm not wrong, right? This is mandatory. Well, hold up. Make sure this is mandatory, because if this isn't mandatory, I just completely screwed up this game, but I'm like 99% sure this is mandatory. I think they're realizing it's mandatory. All right. Well, I will see you all in the next game. If this isn't mandatory, then this is awkward and this will be in here. But let's see. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next game. Huh? Eh? Maybe? Let's see. Well, we'll see what happens here. We'll see if they take too long with this and we don't get an outcome, I'll cut. If it happens pretty soon, then I'll stay here with you all, but we'll see what happens here. They are sitting here staring at their suspended card. All right, I probably cut, so let's see. All right, we're finally back. They realized they had to cast it. So now we are on to match number 3. I will see you all there. Alrighty, we're getting into the third and final game. Ooh, another good one. Another good hand. The deck's treating us well today. Haven't really had to mulligan. I don't think we actually had a mulligan once yet. We had we had 2 Sketchers the first game, right? But other than that, we've had some pretty fantastic hands. Like this, we're never mulliganing in a million years, right? Like we have thing on 1, 2 for 1 on 2, and then more burn spells. So this hand looks pretty good. The 2 lands, in case we get flooded, are cycle lands. So this is like the perfect hand for burn. Reason why these cycle lands are so huge these days is, you know, they literally just they cycle. That's the great thing about canopy lands. Although, like, you know, I mean, I think everyone knows that canopy lands are insanely good. Insanely good. Green, Sprawl, name red. It's fine with me. Fine with me. Blood Moon on top. Hand doesn't care about Blood Moon, so go right on ahead. Slam a moon. All you, buddy. All you. Slam that moon. This is one thing I love about Burn. The fact that I just don't give a rat's ass about a Blood Moon is fantastic. I love it. I love it. Sweet. Count me in. I mean, it's not that I literally don't care about a Blood Moon. I will say there are some, points where you're like, oh, Blood Moon just beat me. But more often than not, you don't care about a Blood Moon. I mean, we're suspending both Thrift Bolts. I don't think there is much argument there. They take the longest to become online. Good target for... Okay, as like the art's not popping up. Good target for Searing Blaze here. And I guess our opponent was just all in on Blood Moon here, and it's just not going to matter. Just not going to matter. Yeah, sure, we'll play that. We'll play that one. They are dead, right? No, they're very close to being dead though. So as long as they don't have like some big over the top gain life effect here, we should. Well, I might have spoken too soon. Might have spoken too soon. They are one. Is this a Gargaroth? A Fury, sure. Fury's fine. Face is the place. All right. Bolts, 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 bolts. Bolts, bolts, bolts. All right. What do we want here? I think Roiling Vortex is going to be good in this matchup. I think that maybe Eidolon is a little bit of a sketcher. I'm not particularly sure, though. I do think Roiling Vortex is going to be very good here. So I know I want to bring this in. I don't think we want to bring in Wear Tear. I think that's literally for matchups that we think have Leyline of the Void or Leyline of Sanctity. So let's see. Skullcrack, I think, is also fine. Maybe we can trim a Helix. They don't really put that much pressure on us, so I don't think Helix is going to be terribly important. And I kind of want to be a little bit like Blood Moon can cheese us out a little bit, so I want to be a little bit insulated against it. So that's something we got to be cognizant of. Just like some insulation against Blood Moon. Like, not gonna say like, oh, we can't lose the Blood Moon, because like as you saw game one, we are already pretty decent against Blood Moon, but we do want to have like some sort of like, okay, we don't have any white spells in the deck. We actually have one, which is Boros Charm, but I don't care. Boros Charm, whatever. That's a good one. It's a good one that I don't think I'm gonna cut. Period. Like, don't think there's any reason to cut it. This hand is a little close. I'm going to keep it. We could definitely get ran over by a fast start from the opponent. If it's like a Arbor Elf go, this could be bad. But, uh-oh. Oopsies, that's not the one I meant to do. Well, we will spike you. Say go. Spike you, say go. No. No, the Sprawl hands. They're so good. Just play Blood Moon. Bone Crush Giant, sure. I think we are supposed to... I almost want to Searing Blaze the Arbor Elf here, but if this is the best thing they could do, maybe it's fine. Maybe, just maybe, we're fine. So, what do we have to be concerned about? Weather the Storm. Not Fury. Something we're not concerned about at all. Boros Charm. Well, now we're somewhat concerned about it, but it's still fine. We could just play Eidolon and chump block it. Nah, I'm just gonna Boros Charm here. Boros Charm, hope we find a land for Skewer or Searing Blaze on this Fury. Either one would be pretty decent. Like, as we said, we're not terribly concerned about their clock. They don't have the fastest clock in the entire world, so as long as we can deal with the Fury, I think we'll be in a good spot here. Okay. Bolt me. Pyromancer, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. If they have a Weather the Storm, that would be pretty spooky too. Alright, so we kind of need a land here. If we find a land, we are in really good spot. If we find a removal spell, we're still fine. Well, Eidolon's on chump duty, so chump blocking duty. Uh-oh. 5 mana for a Fury. Yep. Alright. Well, we lost that game. Feels bad. I mean, as I said, I still feel like this is a very favorable matchup. Not terribly concerned about this. We'll just submit it. Just submit it and run with it. Man. Okay. This hand's really risky. If we find a land, we are like we're in it. If we don't, oh god. I mean, this matchup's pretty good, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm playing with fire. I think these are the trap hands, and we're probably gonna lose because of it. But let's get punished. Let's be greedy and lose this game. Like I 100% understand the fact that this hand's just not very good. Like, if we don't find that land, this hand does close to actually nothing. Like, it deals 3 damage a turn, which is, like, fine, I guess. The problem is Fury is an issue. So, that is something we need to be concerned about. Don't give him a land. Tarmogoyf. Oh, shit. Tarmogoyf's good. Well, that's a spooky one. Okay, Goblin Guide number 2. Get in there. Get in there, fellas. Forest. Forest and Windswept Teeth. Yeah, we suck. We suck. We're bad. We lose, don't we? We're so bad. We're just dumb. Shouldn't have kept this hand, man. Why did I keep it? I'm so bad. It's okay. I mean, I still think we can race this Goyf, but... oh my goodness. Alright. Sago. Sago. We're about to get furied, aren't we? Don't look. Cover your eyes. Ah. Boo. Yeah. I mean, their clock. Okay, let's be honest. Their clock is super slow here. We're probably okay still. All right, that's fine. God damn it! That was like the that was the worst draw after a Blood Moon. No, no, that's not what we wanted to see. What did they exile? A Bone Crusher Giant? What a weird card to discard. Karn. Yeah, we lost this game. We're bad. We're a bad team. It's not we're bad. I'm bad. I just kept a really shitty hand. 100% shouldn't have kept this hand. What'd they get? Elixir of Immortality. Sure. Okay, I mean, this kills... I mean, the fact that they got Elixir of Immortality was just baffling. Alright. Like, I don't... I don't know if that's a good card to get or not, but... gaining 5 does not seem particularly strong. Like, I don't know if that's what I would have gone for personally, but yeah. All right, just activate it now. Wait, they just shrunk the living shit out of their Goyf too. All right, I mean we're can't draw the land. Come on. Seasoned Pyromancer is pretty good. Where is our land at? Come on. I mean, we don't deserve this at all, do we? I mean, we really don't deserve to win this game. Our opponent has not played particularly strong, but we have played also just like abysmally. Land, please. Give me a land. What is this? A Fury? Wait, why did they kill that? I guess I mean, we're losing this game. I don't know why. It doesn't matter what I do. Man, if we kept a hand that did something, holy shit, we would have been set. Oh my god. Ugh, pain. Pain. Alright. That sucks, but yeah. So, what did we learn from that league? Frustrating we went 2-1. I mean, that doesn't matter. That's my fault. That is like not showing the deck at all. We just kept a really bad hand. Just don't like if you see a one lander, you can keep them on the draw. I think on the play they're just traps. So I totally punted that last game. The deck felt really good. I mean like, so let's think. In that game, I think if we drew a second land in our third game, we probably would have won that game pretty easily. I think if we drew it like 2 or 3 turns earlier, we would have won. So, like, at least that's something to like look for. I mean, we obviously kept a bad starting hand. That's why we lost the game, and that's completely our fault. But, you know, as I can show you, like, you know, all of our matches are pretty good. Like, we destroyed the first 2 matches. Third match, we should have won, but I kept the sketcher. So, yeah, essentially, deck's cracked. Play it if you want some free wins. Yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all.